is this the time when students have to start thinking about not just the board exams, but perhaps also have their eyes on the big examinations that they're going to sit in for and the entrance examinations that they're going to sit in for post that? Because what's the ultimate goal really for class 12th? To crack your dream college post that?
Look, I believe that this is the right time when you have to decide on your backup plans.
Okay.
Because most of the students by now would have decided on the main focused plan area. But somehow in India we fail to understand the backup plan strategy as students. So I believe that if you have plan A, then you should also have plan B and C. Probably if somebody is aiming for engineering as a career, it is not, I mean, you don't have a limitation that you have to stick to engineering only. You can probably look at other areas also. For example, I'm interested in computer science and I'm looking at engineering as my only option. Why don't I apply to BCA also? Bachelor's in Computer Applications also.
Okay.
So probably an alternative route which makes you land up at the same place is also possible.
Okay. So and that has to be done now because the forms are out?
Yes. The major forms have started coming out. Okay. And if you look at all kinds of options, you would be able to see that there are lots of options available for students.
We'll try and see if we can get those visuals. Yeah, so these are the numbers that we are flashing on our screen to help people get out with those forms as well.
So the first that you see there is the law form. I believe that this is one career which has money, power, respect, all three put together. I stress on the word money because that's what students look up to these days.
So I wouldn't say that. I think they're also very smart in chasing excellence at this point.
Yes,
but anyways,
yes. So, if you look at legal careers, there are a lot of forms which are out. I believe CLAT is out, AILT is out, Symbiosis is coming at the end of the month. So, you know, the rest will follow. Apart from law, you will also look at management forms. So, you know, IIM Indore forms are to be declared. DU JAT will be declared after boards. Christ University has already started applications from 8th of December onward. So, these kind of forms are already available. So, apart from that, if you look at Bachelors of Computer Applications, if you look at HM, Liberal Arts, all kinds of forms have started coming out.
Okay, but Ritesh Shala, so what do students at this point who are not very clear about what they want? They've sit in for their board exams and they say perhaps we'll take a call later. What do they do at this junction?
I think students and parents both have different roles at this point.
Okay.
Students should just decide that if I do not land up in my plan A section, what is plan B and plan C? Once they communicate the idea, parents' role is to fill up the forms which have already come out, get the student aware that, you know, these are the forms that have been filled, so you can rest and take the board exam as your main priority. Once you finish, prepare for the entrances, go and appear for it. Because majorly if you look at plan B and C, all these entrances are aptitudinal exams.
Okay.
Okay. So it is only based on class 10th syllabus, probably maths and English and GK, which you can actually take up within a period of 1 month.
But what about students who do not take maths in their class 12th?
Oh, life is blissful, I will tell you.
Really?
Actually.
That's going to be such a relief for a lot of students and parents, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. Because I always truly believe that even if you don't have maths, there is nothing which is going to stop you.
Okay.
Yes, there are a couple of universities which will not be able to apply, but it's fine. I mean, absolutely
What
fine.
do they do?
Okay. So, n number of options. Like, for example, if you take up law careers, again, computers, if you take up hotel management, if you take up liberal arts, if you take up management,
mass media,
all of this is absolutely possible, even if you don't have maths. So it's just like, you know, a block with people. That's how it is.
I also wanted to talk about this one point about a lot of people these days are inquiring about studies abroad. Is it okay or do you think it's a little too early for students to start thinking about studies abroad immediately after class 12th? I mean, I know there's a big debate going on over whether we should expose our students. They should at least have graduation level education from here and then perhaps go do masters abroad.
Look, you know, what I think is that probably it's like, I will describe it like a cricket match, which is like the last 2 deliveries left and you have 6 runs to score. So does MS Dhoni hit a score, you know, 6 on the 5th ball, or do you hit on the 6th ball? So it's just like that. So you have 2 opportunities to look at abroad studies. One is right after class 12th, one is probably after graduation.
Okay.
I would take a hit at both the levels and I would actually reasonably judge the options. So I would not close doors on the Indian options. and also I would apply abroad also, and then I would judge that, what kind of an institution am I getting. So whichever sounds good to me, I would stick. Yeah, so that is how it is. So
but even those options and applications are out now, or
yes,
do they come out later?
They have been out for a long time.
Okay.
We are at the ending phase of applications at the moment, so I would ask people to rush, because if you look at top-notch options in Canada, they have like closed down already. Yesterday was the last day for UBC and Waterloo. Similarly, if you look at US and other countries, okay, there are some countries for which roll-on admissions will be like on throughout the year. Okay, so you can definitely go ahead and apply. For Australia, for UK, there are like roll-on admissions. So you can apply at any point of time.
So lots of options really for math students, non-math students, other streams as well, and this backup option, very important. I just want to, last question, I want to get an understanding from you. Kids at this point are really stressed. Everybody is, racing in to get that highest percentage. And then people are often asked the question, how much does a class 12th percentage really matter? If they don't, everybody is not going to make it to Delhi University's top colleges and not get economics honors and not get commerce, honors in SRCC. Is it, the life doesn't end for them, does it?
Absolutely not. I have always been a thought or belief that if a student scores a 70% or a 60%, good enough. I mean, you've done your hard work. I mean, every kid, if you look at them, they're working so hard. And even after that, if you get a 70-75%, I'm fine with that.
So they can plan ahead and see what is their aptitude and then study that.
Absolutely. You look at towards entrances more. And if you look at the structures of universities across for admissions, you would see most universities are turning towards entrances today because they have understood that it is the aptitude which matters more rather than the marks.
Correct.
Okay. So, somebody who's...
And even for jobs, that's what we keep hearing from hiring agencies as well, but they're not looking at numbers, they're looking at people and aptitude there.
Yeah, so profile and what kind of courses you've done, what you are doing while doing the course, that is primarily more important for the job sector, as well as for, going abroad and studying also. So marks, to an extent, it does matter. Beyond that, no, it doesn't.
I think it's the best line of the day. I wish somebody had told me that back then. We all struggled so hard to get that. But I think we've done okay in life with or without it. That's the big message that we're trying to bring you as well. So that was our segment today on trying to talk about careers. Remember, every Wednesday we'll be discussing this. So if you have questions, write into us at NDTV. You can tweet to me and we'll try and address all those queries with our expert. Thank you, Ritesh, for joining us on the program.